Today we are going to start our Patshala number 6, for which we have taken a very good title program of the art of storytelling, which is very, very important. I now invite the presiding officer, Leo Shilpa Matam, our Leo Council President, to call the meeting to order. Over to you, Leo Shilpa Matam.
Thank you so much, sir. Leo Patshala 6th episode call to order.
I would request Leo Venugopal to give the Leo pledge. And I request all the Leos to kindly raise your right hand when the Leo pledge is taken.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. This is Leo Venugopal from Leo Club of Samartan Inspire, the president of the club. Okay, I request every Leo to please raise their right hand. Okay. I pledge of my hands, extended and open, to help those in need. I pledge of my heart, reach for it and it will be touched. I pledge of my ears, to hear another's outcry. My eyes, to see the plight of others. My knowledge, to bring a person closer to their dreams. I pledge of myself for the betterment of my community and my country.
Thank you very much, Leo Venugopal. Learning is a continuous process. Learning is a continuous process. When I ask the Leos to raise your hand, all of you, some of you or other, if you see the screen, they have raised the virtual platform hand, which means that you want to take something to talk about. No, we only want you to take your physical right hand to raise when the Leo pledge. You can down that signal of the right hand, which you have shown. We can now move on. Now I would request our presiding officer, Leo Shilpa Matam, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everyone. It gives me a great pleasure and honor to welcome you all to the 6th episode of Leo Patshala. I want to particularly welcome our Leo chairperson, Govindat sir, guest speaker of the day, PDJ Lion Dr. Suchitra Suzie ma'am, Leo district chairpersons, Leo regional coordinators, Leo club advisors, Lions, and my Leos. I might likewise want to offer my thanks to Govindat sir and Mohandas sir, who have acknowledged our encouragement to direct this Leo Patshala for self-improvement of Leos. I trust this chain of events will enable you to develop and turn out to be more productive and smarter than your present limit. I hope you all will benefit greatly from the thoughts presented by our eminent speaker of the day. I ensure the art of storytelling will be profitable and the next few minutes will be enjoyable and fruitful for every one of you. Once again, I welcome you everyone to this meet. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Leo Shilpa. As you rightly said, storytelling is a very important part of our, when you tell a story to any other person, the listening, not only listening part of it, but the enjoy part of it. And that will be absolutely necessary in the art of storytelling. Before we go on to our item on the agenda, we have with us Lion Konda Venumurthy, our past district governor, who is the associate editor of the Lions magazine. All of you are aware the Lions magazine, particularly this month, October issue, if you see our Leo coverage of our multiple is being given. It's all because of very good efforts being given by Lion Konda Venumurthy. He has some more information to give you all, and he has he has a meeting of the associate editors today, but still with our request, he said, I will appear and spend a few minutes with us. I would now request Lion Konda Venumurthy to speak to us and give us his message. Over to you, Lion Konda Venumurthy garu.
Good evening. President of the meeting, Leo Shilpa, Govindraj Garu, and Mohandas Garu, Suchitra Suzie, my dear Leos. At the outset, I thank Lion Mohandas Garu for inviting me to this Leo Patshala 6th episode. Earlier also I have attended, but today is the man. Today he has invited me to attend this program. And actually, the subject storytelling is very much important to me, because story every month I am writing, not telling. Because for Line Magazine, every month I have to write a story to Line Magazine from our multiple. So it will be very beneficial for me to listen to the speaker, but unfortunately, I have a separate meeting 7 o'clock at the coordinators of Lines Magazine. So I will be here for some time. So we have started a quiz on Leo Magazine in the month of, from the month of August. This is third month, August, September, and October. August month, Leos have attended around 200 plus out of 500. Total 500 attempts are there. From there, around 200 Leos are there. Now this September issue, around 172 Leos have attempted the quiz program. Even though this is 43% of total attempts, total 400 members have participated. Out of them, 172 Leos are there. So I request Shilpa and Pratyusha, please take a lead. This month we have to touch 1,000 number. So Leo, Lines quiz, the main aim of starting the quiz is to improve the readership of Line Magazine. Not only to improve, dear Leos, there are a lot of useful information in this Lines Magazine, and what is happening in around the globe. And there are a lot of training programs through online training programs also there. The details will be in our Line Magazine. Please go through. Your knowledge will be improved about Lineism, and throughout India, what lines Leos are doing, what activities they are doing, what meetings are going on. That information will be shared in every Line Magazine. So Line Magazine, every month we publish around 2 lakhs copies. World's largest circulated magazine is Line Magazine. Around 2 lakhs copies per month we print. So it is a very good media to reach the people. So అందుకని దయచేసి లియోస్ అందరూ త్రూఅవుట్ ఇండియా, త్రూఅవుట్ వరల్డ్ జరిగే అన్ని విషయాల్ని కూడా మీకు ఇక్కడ చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది, చూపించడం జరుగుతుంది. కనుక ఈ మంత్ మన మోహన్ దాస్ గారు చెప్పినట్టుగా స్పెషల్లీ అక్టోబర్ మంత్ మ్యాగజైన్లో 1 full page అబౌట్ లియోస్ పబ్లిష్ చేయడం జరిగింది. దిస్ ఈస్ వెరీ రేర్. Lines associated program అయినప్పుడు I have fight with them, because we have around 100 plus clubs in our multiple, and throughout India there are 54,000 Leos are there. We need a 1 page for our Leos. So luckily, so Govindaraj garu cheppanu, sir, immediately we have to catch that page, otherwise some will occupy it. So అందుకని immediate గా వారు మోహన్ దాస్ గారు వారు కలిసి నాకు న్యూస్ ఐటమ్ రాసివ్వడం జరిగింది. ఇమ్మీడియట్లీ ఐ హ్యావ్ సెంట్ టు ద లైన్ మ్యాగజైన్. సో అక్టోబర్ మంత్ లోపల అది పబ్లిష్ కాబడింది. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ కూడా లియోస్ గురించి ఆర్టికల్ పబ్లిష్ చేద్దామని చెప్పి మోహన్ దాస్ గారితో ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ తీసుకొని ఐ హ్యావ్ అగైన్ wrote to Line Magazine people. They said every month we can't give you full page or something. So luckily we got 1 page. So we 320 Leos movement is now it's throughout India movement, because last month around huge number of Leo clubs was started. So dayachesi I request all Leos, because it is in circulation, Line Magazine soft copy as well as quiz on Google form already I posted to in all the Leo groups. I have posted to Shilpa and I posted to Mohan Das Garu. They will post all to you. It's very simple, and you can attempt within 2 minutes. You can finish, and you will receive a good certificate. That certificate you can use anywhere. మీ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ అనేది అందులో కనిపిస్తుంది కనుక. సో ఈ లియో స్పెషల్లీ రిక్వెస్ట్ మోహన్ దాస్ గారిని చెప్పి తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది. సో క్విజ్ ఈ మంత్ 200, 172 ఉంది. సో ఎంత నంబర్ అచీవ్ చేస్తారనేది చూడాలి. అరౌండ్ దిస్ టైమ్ 1000 we are planning. At least I request Leos to, because there are I think 1000 plus Leos are there. At least 400 Leos ఈసారి అటెంప్ట్ చేసే విధంగా లియో శిల్ప అండ్ ప్రత్యూష రిమైనింగ్ ఆల్ లియోస్ మీరందరూ ట్రై చేయవలసిన కోరుతూ, అండ్ ఐ థ్యాంక్ మోహన్ దాస్ గారు అండ్ శిల్ప ఫర్ గివింగ్ మీ దిస్ వండర్ఫుల్ ఆపర్చునిటీ టు ఇంటరాక్ట్ with all of you, because it's a wonderful session. I'm missing. If I get time, again I will rejoin in this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lion Konda Venamurthy garu. You said it only for the benefit of Lion Dr. Suchitra Suzie. What the attempt of Lion Konda Venamurthy is to see that the Leos do go through the magazine. Earlier, what we were doing is we scan the magazine and see only the pictures. But today we are not only scanning the picture, but he has given only very, very simple questions. In that simple question, there again, he has given you multiple choice. With that multiple choice, you are bound to run the pages, but you need not write essays, but run the pages so that every aspect of the Lion magazine is understood by the reader, whether it is a Leo or even a Lion. Many a times, even for Lion also, it is a lot of awareness he has brought in. I think our sincere thanks to Lion Konda Venamurthy, our appreciation to you. Thank you very much. Now we move on to our today's program. As rightly said by you, sir, storytelling, you have said you are writing the stories. There are some people who are listening to storytelling, they are there. There are some people who have got the art of how to tell a good story. Madam, we had recently an exercise on this of storytelling. We picked up a few Leos to demonstrate today. In 1 minute each one of them will tell or what they have thought about the storytelling. We would now invite those 6 Leos to give their presentation, and later we'll come to you. I would now request Leo Jeevana Reddy from District 320A. Are you there? Leo Jeevana Reddy? No problem. Leo Lanka Anish? Yeah, you are there.
Yes, sir.
Your time starts now. You tell us the story. We are ready to listen.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leo Lanka Anish of your district of 320B. The story I'm going to be addressing today is one of my favorites. The name of the story is The Last Leaf by O. Henry. The gist of the story is that a girl named Johnsy falls ill, links her survival with an ivory plant, and feels that when the last leaf of the plant falls, she too will pass away. However, a man named Bahman sees her state and decides to sacrifice himself to save Johnsy. He spends the rest of the night amidst the storm and paints a leaf exactly where the last leaf of the plant should be. Johnsy wakes up in the morning and finds that the last leaf has survived and regains her willpower. After a few days, she fully recovers from the illness. She later finds out what Bahman did and feels very grateful towards him. The part that I love the most was when Bahman sacrificed himself to save Johnsy. He was very selfless and dedicated to helping others, precisely how everyone should be. Thank you to everyone for listening to me patiently.
Thank you very much, Leo Lanka Anish. I now invite Leo Yashwant Teja. Leo Yashwant, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
A very warm good evening to one
Switch
and
on
all.
your camera.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, start off.
A very warm good evening to one and all. Myself, B. Yashwanteja Yadav. I am from St. Paul's High School. My club name is St. Paul's High School. I am studying 10th class. My favorite storytelling is Raitu Bavi. పూర్వం రామాపురం అనే ఊర్లో రాము సోము అనే ఇద్దరు రైతులు ఉండేవారు. ఇద్దరికి పొలాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఒకసారి సోముకి తన పొలానికి నీరు సరిపోక పక్కనే ఉన్న రాము పొలానికి వెళ్ళి తన పొలంలో ఉన్న బావి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి తను ఆ బావిని కొనాలనుకున్నాడు. రాము సోము మధ్యలో ఒప్పందం వచ్చేసి 5,000 రూపాయలు. సొమ్ముని 5,000 రూపాయలని రాముకి చెల్లించేసి తన బావిని సొంతం చేసుకున్నాడు. దాని తర్వాత దాని తదుపరి రోజు తనకి పొలంలో పని ఉంటుంది. వాటర్ కోసం. తను పొలానికి వాటర్ పెడుతుంటే రాము వచ్చేసి అడిగాడు, నువ్వు వాటర్ ఎందుకు తీసుకుంటున్నావు అని. అడగంగానే తను చెప్పాడంటే ఏంటి, నిన్ననే కదా మనం 5,000కి ఈ బావి నా సొంతమైంది అని అన్నాడు. ఆ రాము అన్నాడు, తెలివిగా రాము అన్నాడు, నేను నిన్న నీకు బావి మాత్రమే అమ్మాను, అందులో నీరు అని చెప్పానా అని చెప్పలేదు. నా నీరు నావి, బావి మాత్రం నీది అని చెప్పాడు. వాళ్ళిద్దరి మధ్యలో ఏంటి నువ్వు మోసం చేస్తున్నావు, నువ్వు అది చేస్తున్నావు అని వాళ్ళిద్దరి మధ్యలో గొడవ స్టార్ట్ అయింది. ఆ గొడవలో ఊర్లో ప్రజలు ఉంటారు. ప్రజల దగ్గరకు వచ్చి ఏమైందని చెప్పి వాళ్ళిద్దరిని గ్రామ అధికారి దగ్గరికి వస్తారు. వచ్చిన తర్వాత గ్రామాధికారి వాళ్ళ చెప్పిన సంభాషణ వాళ్ళ మొత్తం విన్నాక రాముని తప్పుగా చూసి తనకి గుణపాఠం చెప్పాలనుకుంటారు. రాముని దగ్గరికి పిలుస్తాడు గ్రామాధికారి. పిలిచిన తర్వాత నీవు తనకు సోముకు బావి అమ్మినప్పుడు తన బావి కదా, తన బావిలో నీ నీరు ఎందుకు నిల్వ చేసుకున్నావు, నువ్వు తీసి అవి వేరొక చోట నిల్వ చేసుకో అని న్యాయాధికారి చెప్పాడు. తనకి ఏం అనాలో అనక తన తప్పు ఒప్పేసుకున్న తర్వాత అక్కడ నుంచి అందరికి క్షమాపణ చెప్పేసి పశ్చాత్తాపపడేసి వెళ్ళిపోయాడు. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోయినాక తన సోము బావి తనకు సొంతమైంది. అందరూ ఆనందంగా ఉన్నారు. దీని మోరల్ వచ్చేసి, దీని నీతి వచ్చేసి, మనం ఎవరికైనా మోసం చేయాలనుకున్నా మనమే మోసపోతాము. కాబట్టి ఎప్పుడైనా సరే పరుల సొమ్ముపై ఆశపడొద్దు, అలాగే ధైర్యంగా నిజాయితీగా ఎప్పుడు ఉండాలి. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ గివింగ్ మీ దిస్ నైస్ ఆపర్చునిటీ.
Thank you very much, Yashwant. I would just like to remind the other participants, your time is only for 1 minute, 60 seconds. You please concise your presentation. Huh? Okay?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Right. Leo Tanishta from District 320D.
Yes, sir.
Come, Tanishta.
Good evening. Yes, sir. Good evening, respected sirs and madams and my dear friends. I am Sri Tanishita from 320D, and today I am here to share a story where I got inspired. There used to be a person who was clueless about his life, about what he's going to do in his life. He was just sitting in his chair and was thinking deeply. Then a rat suddenly appeared and jumped on his desk and started eating a piece of bread beside him. Then he kept staring the rat and started thinking, why can't I make a cartoon which will inspire and give a lesson to each and every child. Now he is one of the famous worldwide Disney World director and also Mickey Mouse. So what I got inspired from his story is, thinking is very important in our life before we do anything. So it could be anything about a career or taking a decision. Thinking is very important. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Very good, Tanishta. Very good. You will be inspired now much more after you hear our chief guest giving the storytelling. Now I request Leo Akhilesh, 320F. Akhilesh, you are there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Very good. Please.
Hello, my name is Akhilesh and I'm here to say you something of one of my fave story.
Yeah.
I have picked up my list, and my name is Akhilesh from Leo, and I want to start it. My fave story is Maharshi. It is a story that I have heard in my past so many years, and I'm saying about the moral of the story and what I have inspired from that. So we want to be very loyal to everyone who has been trusted us, and the most important thing in this world or anything, the feeling of the friends. So we do not want to cheat anyone, or we want to be very polite to the friends. So friendship is the most important thing in the world, and thank you for giving this opportunity, and thanking everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Akhilesh. I know time was very constrained, otherwise you could have told us a little more elaborately. I now request Leo Varakumar, 320G. Leo Varakumar, are you there? Okay, we move on. Leo Apurva. Leo Apurva, are you there?
Yes, he is there.
Okay. Come, Apurva. Leo Shilpa, is she there?
Yes, sir, she joined the meet, sir.
Okay, I'll just read out some more which I've missed. Leo Jeevana Reddy, is she there? Leo Varakumar,
No,
Leo Apurva. Okay, no problem. We'll move on in our agenda. We'll move further now. Okay. At this moment, I would like to recognize the presence of our first Vice District Governor from 320B line, Kamal Kishore Agarwal. It's very nice of him to be with us here, and hope you will be enjoying today's program. Now we are coming to the main program of the day. I would now request Leo Tejal Singh to please come forward to introduce our guest speaker, and Dr. Suchitra Suzie, to this August gathering. Over to you, Leo Tejal Singh. Tejal?
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
1 second, sir. Just one.
Are you at Dandia or you are?
I'm unable to switch on my camera, sir, right now.
No problem.
There's some problem with the camera.
Okay.
I apologize for it. So I'll be introducing the guest speaker for today. That is Dr. Suchitra Suzie, who is an MBBS graduate, MD and DGO, and is currently the senior gynecologist at Ashraya Hospital, Matanur. She is the member of Lions Club of Matanur since 1988, the first lady to become DG of the district 318E. Journey in Lionism began in 1985 as Lioness, and she was awarded the Lioness of the District and the Best Area Chairperson awards. She was also awarded the Best President, Zone Chairperson, and Region Chairperson at district and multiple levels, and also the International President's Gold Medal Award for the Adolescent Gynecology Awareness in 2005, and also the International President's Gold Medal in 2011 for leadership. And she is the New Voices speaker for the Constitutional Area 6 in 2018 and 19. And she is the MD chairperson for Diabetes Awareness, New Voices. And also she was awarded 8 International President Certificates of Appreciation. And she's also the medical director of Breast Cancer, Brigades of Malabar Cancer Care Society. She is happily married to Lion Dr. P. Sudhir, who is a senior Lion since 1982 and is now elected the Vice District Governor in 2020. She has a son, Arjun, working in Australia, and daughter, Dr. Archana, a fetal medicine specialist who is married to Dr. Bijoy, an orthopedic surgeon. They have 2 kids. I welcome, and it is an honor for me to introduce Dr. Suchitra Suzie. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tejal. I would only like to add a few points here. She is very popular with our Hyderabad Lions, particularly the ladies' side. When she was the chairperson for the New Voices, we were having number of programs, and we had the 4 ladies, that is Lion Chavavati, Lion Sureka, Lion Dr. Padmaja, and Lion Dr. Geeta Chaudhary. They were all very much closely associated with Dr. Suchitra Suzie. Dr. Suchitra Suzie, the person who now introduced you, she is a doctor in the making.
Okay.
She is doctor. That's why I have chosen a doctor in the making should introduce a doctor.
I'm currently in 3rd year of MBBS. So.
Oh, that's very nice.
Now the floor is yours, Dr. Suchitra.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, first of all, I would like to thank our doctor in the making, Tejal Singh, for that very crisp and clear introduction. Thank you, Tejal.
Thank
I'm
you.
really honored, happy, and humbled to be amongst this great gathering. I'm seeing so many people. I never expected so many participants to be there. And in front of 2 leaders whom I admire very much. Sri Govindraj Garu, who was my guru during my VDG schooling, and Lion Mohandas Garu, who is an encyclopedia of knowledge. And of course, we are very happy to have the first Vice Governor and so many others on this a Zoom platform. And Leo President, multiple district, Leo Shilpa. And we have just heard the very smart winners of the story competition. Leo Lanka Anish, Yashwant, Tanishkita, Akhilesh and Apurva. They just said everything in a nutshell. Now I was thinking, if these kids are so expert at saying stories, what will I tell them? They can teach me instead. And my friend Shobhavati and Sureka are also here, my dear friends, and all the smart and beautiful Leos of multiple district 320 and all my friends on the Zoom platform. Namaste, Namaskaram, and good evening. I'm really very, very happy to be here. And I was fascinated by the concept of Leo Patshala, because Patshala, we know as a child, where we learn so many things. Patshala, that is episode 6. That means you have been going forward quite a lot. And I was reading, celebrating by giving. That is a marvelous concept. And I think that the Leo movement is really great in your multiple district. Hats off to you. Both the leaders as well as all the Leos. You are really a vibrant set of youngsters. And I'm sure you all will have a great future. And a few days ago, actually, Lan Mohandas Dar just casually asked me, Doctor, will you take a session on the art of storytelling? Actually, I've never taken a session on art of storytelling, but I am a lover of stories. I love stories from childhood. I have been a little bit of a bookworm. I love to read. The stories will take me into different lands and different experiences. I imagine myself part of the story, part of the characters. And I really, as I saw the Lan Govindraju sir sitting in a library, I was just thinking, this is where I like to be. So, and actually, I think, how many of you like stories? Just raise your hands, virtual hand. You're like, oh, lots of you like stories. And actually, everyone has a story to tell, isn't it? All of us like to express ourselves. And the way to express ourselves is telling our story or somebody's story, what a story that we like. As we saw the children now telling about the stories that touch their hearts. So storytelling is an art. And the more we practice, the better we can become. And it is not just an art, but it is an art for life also. Because communication, okay, then you can put on your hands. Communication is important. It's one of the most important facts in life. And by storytelling, we can improve our vocabulary. We can improve how we relate to others, how we can influence others, and how we can touch the hearts of the people around us. As a student, we have so many exams, viva voces, where we have to speak. So when we start speaking, when we have the right expressions, we have the right gestures, people are impressed. So also, as you all grow up, when you all go for interviews, when you go for an interview, you have to be confident, you have to say. If you are hesitant, they will not have any impression. So if you have the art of storytelling, definitely people will think, oh, this is a very good candidate. Let's take her or him. So, and also we can study the audience in front of us. Sometimes there may be people in front of us and we can actually have an idea of what they are thinking. We can take a cue from them. Hi, Geeta Chaudhary. I can see you. Good evening. And from time immemorial, people have been wanting to say their stories. You see, in the ancient days, Stone Age man, he did not know how to write. They did not have even a language. But on the walls of the caves, they started drawing pictures. Haven't you seen those pictures? The man running after a wild boar and killing it. And a man standing with a wife and children. And a man eating food. All their stories, they want to tell it out. But they had no language. But now we have, then later on, the epics started. So we know the epics, that Ramayana, all these things, they've been handed down from one generation to the other. They give us a glimpse into our glorious past. And what are the type of stories? When we are small, we like stories with animals and things like that. What stories do you all like? Just tell me in the chat box, what is your favorite type of stories? There are detective stories, adventure stories, travel stories, science fiction stories, mystery stories, love stories, religious stories, moral stories. What do you like? Little Theresa's Club children. Okay.
So then travel, fantasy, action, mythology.
Mythology. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a like a buffet. You can choose and read what you like. And it is said that the world is shaped by two things: stories that are told and the memories they leave behind. Because a story really influences a great deal. And nowadays, people are using this as a business tool. Somebody is liking horror stories, I think. Anyway, so nowadays, many people are using this as a business tool because when you see a story, people are attracted. So bringing the brands, taking the brands to the people, they sort of show a little story, and then we remember the story and remember the brand, isn't it? Like how they dip that Oreo in the tea and drink it and bite it, just like that, little stories. And also in tourism travel stories, they entice you with all the experience. If you go there, this is how it is, how beautiful it is. We went there, things like that. So now, if you don't mind, I will give you some tips, not some tips, 10 tips. Okay. And today I specially asked Mohandas Garu, I don't want any PowerPoint because it is storytelling is from heart to heart. The storyteller and the audience should have no barrier between them. So I want to see all your faces, see all your expressions. That's why I said no PowerPoint. If I put on a PowerPoint, I'll be looking at my PowerPoint. I won't see you.
One second, Matt. 1 second, Doctor. I would request all the participants to switch on your camera so that she can see you all. Otherwise, it will be difficult only for name. I would request all of you, please switch on when she is giving you a very good observation. Please switch on your video, please. Over to you, Doctor.
Okay. So there are 10 tips I would like to give you regarding storytelling. These are from my heart. Okay. I hope they will be useful for you. Then this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J till 10. Okay. So I won't be writing it down. Let's see how many of you will remember it by the end of this program. Okay. So first is the audience. When we are telling a story, who are you telling it for? You're telling it for somebody else, isn't it? We can't tell a story to ourselves. We're telling it to somebody else. So yesterday when Mohandas Garu was telling me about this, I asked, who's the audience? Are they little Leos or bigger Leos? So he said they are Leos between 14 to 20 years of age. They are slightly bigger. There may be other people like that. So we should know who the audience, because we have to tailor our stories according to the audience. For example, my little granddaughter, when I tell her a story, it will be something about monkeys or rats or cats. That they will be interested. But when you grow bigger, we want better stories. We want other stories. So we have to find out what are their interests. We have to talk about something which is close to their hearts, not just something which they are not interested in. For example, if it is a very serious meeting, you can't give a jovial talk. You have to give something professional for them. So, and when you are speaking, so the age group is very important, because youngsters like active stories with action and excitement. Older group may like something religious, and so. So according to the age group. And another is in a physical meeting, according to the number of the participants. Because if it is a small group, you can talk to them directly, ask questions. But it's a big group, you can't make eye contact. Actually, it is very important that you make eye contact with at least few people around the room, so that they feel that you're talking to them. So the audience is very important, and always keep a watch whether they are getting bored, and anybody is yawning like this, or looking at their watch, or just looking at the door, not interested, somebody may be dozing off. All these things are there. We have seen this in many meetings. And the story is going on, but the people may not be listening. That means it is becoming a bit boring. We better stop. And not keep on talking till people go off to sleep. The second is B. I said A, B, no? A, B, C, D. So B is the beginning. So the beginning should be interesting. I wonder if you all know that song in Sound of Music. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. Isn't it? Have you heard that song? Any of you have heard that song from Sound of Music? Let's start at the very beginning. The beginning is very important. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. The beginning should be attractive, interesting.
Can you sing?
Okay, we'll sing at the end. Okay. Then, so we have to capture the interest of the people. So the beginning should be nice. And I remember when I was doing my my vice governor training, and as Teja said, I was the first lady governor. So I used to listen to all the governors who used to come to our clubs. They used to be talking so fantastically, so grandly. So I got a bit nervous actually. So I told one of my mentors, sir, I'm getting a bit scared. What will I go and talk to? There are 100 odd clubs in my district. What will I go and talk to each of them? Then he said, Suchitra, don't worry. You start off with a story. And ever since, every club visit, I used to start with a story according to that particular club. For instance, if we wanted some service from a club, we will say about a story, something regarding service. Or if we know that club has got good family members, and we talk with the ladies also, with a story with ladies in it, like that. So an interesting story will be, will definitely have an interesting beginning, will catch the attention of the participants. So A is over, B is over. The third is create a suspense. Don't you all like, somebody was writing adventure stories, thrilling stories. So all of us like to be, we don't like to know the ending, no? We want some suspense. That suspense is very important because we'll want to know what is next, what is coming. That sort of feeling should be there. We should be on pins and needles. Have you all heard of Scheherazade? Has anybody heard of Scheherazade? Scheherazade was a Persian queen.
Yes, Persian.
Scheherazade was a Persian queen. And in the beginning, she was the daughter of a minister in a darbar. And in darbar, that king, Arabian king, was very cruel. He had the feeling that his first wife cheated him. So he wanted to punish all women. He became very angry with women. He never liked to see women at all. So what he did was, every night he will say, I want a bride to be brought to me. And after that, in the morning, she used to be sent to have her head chopped off. Can you imagine? Can you imagine such cruelty? The bride is brought, next morning her head is chopped off. Like that, he killed nearly 300 women. And this Scheherazade, who was the daughter of a minister in his darbar, said, Father, I can't bear this. What is this going on? I will put a stop to it. I will go as his bride and stop this procedure, what he is doing. Father said, no, you will also get killed. She said, no, I will. And she went the next day as the bride of the king and said, I am going to be your bride today. And that night she started a story. She started telling him a lovely story. She said it so magically. It was such a magical, he just listened. The way she modulated her voice, the way of her expressions, the story, and he never knew. The whole night passed, and by morning, the story was not yet over. And she stopped the story at that moment where it was a critical, suspense-filled moment. Just stopped. He said, don't stop. I want to hear the rest of the story. She said, no, I'm tired. Whole night I have been sitting up. I cannot say the story. So next day, she said, I'll come next night and I'll tell you the remaining. Next night again she came, same process. She completed the story, started another story, stopped it at a very suspenseful moment. This carried on for 1001 nights. Yes, somebody has written this from the Arabian Nights. Yes. So 1001 nights, 3 years. By the time this king fell in love with this girl, he said, I cannot kill you. You're too good. I love the stories. I want to hear more and more. So you see, stories with suspense, people will love you for it. People will enjoy it. And it even saved the lives of so many other women, isn't it? So that is the magic, the power of a story. Shahrazad was the queen of stories. So A, B, C is over. Now D. D is describe. See, we have got a magical tongue. So we can ask people to think, to imagine. So that whole atmosphere can be created by our words, the way we say things. So just for a moment, please close your eyes. All of you, just close your eyes. And just imagine you're walking through a forest. And suddenly there's a light rain, the first rain of the season. And you know how the mud smells when the first raindrops fall on it. Isn't it lovely? That beautiful smell of Mother Earth when the first raindrops mingle with the mud. And you're walking. You're feeling thirsty. What to do? You're going straight and you see a little hut. You knock at the door. Nobody is there. Then you look down on the ground. There is an orange. So you peel the orange and you just take one of the pieces and put it in your mouth and slowly start sucking the juice out of that orange. And you feel the sweetness, the sourness, the tangy taste of the orange. Swirl it around in your mouth for some time. Are you feeling it? Are you getting the feel of the orange? Isn't it wonderful?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So
Yes.
just imagine the orange juice going down. You're thirsty, your tongue is parched, and it's lovely to just get the sweet and tangy taste of the orange. So in that way, you describe when you in your story. You don't be shy. You go ahead. You just describe what you want to tell, what you tell the others. So you can create an atmosphere like the smell of coffee on a rainy day, or the taste of the lemon, whatever it is. You describe the situation when you go into a shop, the smells, the masalas, everything. All that you can describe. You can put in all that is the salt and pepper added, the spice added to your story. Okay. Then E, A, B, C, D. So now E. E is the expression on your face. So when you're saying a sad story, don't smile, okay? I have the habit of smiling all the time, but when you're saying a sad story, you have the expression, sadness on your face. When you're saying a joke, you laugh. When you're feeling kind, we want to say something, it's coming from my heart, you show that expression. So the expression on your face is worth 1,000 words. For example, when we are telling somebody very carelessly about a big accident, they won't feel it. On the other hand, say, oh my God, imagine accident took place, so many people were wounded. That attitude will actually attract the people. They will realize the gravity of the situation. So be intense when the position calls for it, and be jovial when the condition calls for it. So according to the situation, you change your expression and modulate your voice. Actually, more than the words, your expression is more important. I remember when we were when my father was working somewhere, we have this Ramayana month. I think you all must be having also. So every day, one chapter from Ramayana is read out. And one Maharashtrian lady, Mrs. Joshi, an old lady, she said, I will tell the story of Ramayana in Marathi. Actually, about 70% of the people did not know Marathi. So we can't understand Marathi. She said, I will say it. I want to say it. And every day in the afternoon, we used to go and sit. The way she told the story, I will never forget. The passion in her voice, her expression, her gestures. I have never heard the Ramayana being said like this by anyone. So it is the It is the passion, the expression, what you feel, the empathy. That is very important. So expression is important. Then be friendly with the audience. See, audience is your friend. You want to relate to them, talk to them, open out your heart to them. So look around them, engage them, talk to them, smile at them. And this is a two-way, two-way topic where we have to interact. We cannot be speakers standing on the stage with a mic. He is different and the audience is sitting in front. They are different, nothing like that. We are all one. We are exchanging our deepest thoughts. A friend is one whose story you know, and a stranger is one whose story you do not know. So when you are sharing your stories, you all become friends with each other. So open up and don't be afraid to show your emotions, because we are all friends when we are relating stories to each other. We have a school batch. Even today, when we get together, we exchange our stories. We open up our hearts. We talk to each other. It's a big bonding that happens. So when you have an audience in front, have a bonding between them because they are your friend. You're telling your story, and one who knows the story of another is their friend. Okay, so friend. Now we have come up to F. Now next is G. What is G? G is for gestures. So when we are talking, we'll have to make some gestures. We automatically make some gestures. For example, our international president has got the slogan of, what is it? What is the slogan of the international president? Service from the heart. So we know that immediately we feel like just touching our hearts and saying service from the heart. So the gestures are important. A little bit of appropriate gestures will communicate the story better. It will add more color to your story. But don't keep on waving your hands the whole time because people will be distracted. So just the occasional gesture to make the story more colorful and have more a three-dimensional effect. A new dimension is added to it. And H is the holy stories. See, moral stories from all the religions, whether it is Christianity or Hinduism or Buddhism, Jainism, whatever. There are holy stories which are handed down from generation to generation. These stories never leave our heart. That they have withstood the test of time. And these stories, keep one or two of them handy, because according to the audience, you can say one of them. And create an atmosphere. When you're saying these stories, create an atmosphere. I remember when we were in school, we used to have a moral science class. I don't know now if they have 1 hour for moral science every week. And the teacher used to come and tell us stories from the Bible, etc. So before she begins the story, she will ask us to sing. And you know what the song was? Tell me the stories of Jesus. I love to hear things that I would ask him to tell me if he were near. That was the song all of us used to sing. When we sang that, our minds were focused on those stories. So we got into the mood, just like that. Then if you want to add songs or some sort of a role play or some actions, do it, because that mood will be created. For example, if you're saying some Ramayana story, you can have a bhajan or something like that. So a lot of add-ons can be given according to your innovative ideas. So so I would like some 2-minute stories from you. I just love the stories sent by, which was told by Lanka Anish, and even the Telugu story I could understand a little bit. And Apurva, Abhilesh, very nice. And youngsters especially, or even older people, we like inspiring stories. Oh, I have said the F word, that is friendship. Okay, so E, F, G, H, I. Now I've come to I. Inspire with stories from our lives or other people's lives. You see, inspiring stories, you can even save a life, because when we hear about the disasters that people have overcome and they have gone on, we think we are much luckier. Even Helen Keller, when we hear about that lady was blind, deaf, dumb, and mute. She overcame all these barriers and created a legacy of her own. And we hear about the person who had both his legs cut off, became a blade runner, and got the Para Olympics gold medal. I forget his name. So once we hear all this, we think we are much luckier. People who have overcome cancer and still going on, in spite of all the chemotherapy, all the ordeals they've gone through, they are going ahead. So inspiring stories. So inspire others with your stories. You make an impact with your stories. You tell the stories so that people will feel, yes, that positive effect is there. They want to do something great and overcome all obstacles. Not only overcome obstacles, do something great, do something definite in their lives, which will make a positive impact upon the entire world. The last, the J, is jokes. A little bit of humor is always welcome. When everybody is very serious, people will get bored. So others, a little bit of punch of humor is always good. And at the end of your story, if you say a joke, people will remember it. A take-home message should be there in all the stories, because the stories that live on in your heart are the stories that really shape our future. So I think that these are the 10 tips I can give you. I hope all of you have got some idea about this. And can any one of you just write what is G for? The tip I have given with G. Can you tell me? Just put it in the chat box.
Gestures.
Yeah, very good. Lanka Anish is a real storyteller. And what about B?
Beginning.
Very good.
Beginning, ma'am.
And C.
Creating suspense.
You all are very smart. I thought you all won't get that. Anyway, thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity. Lad Mohandas Garu, my hats off to you for creating this wonderful Leo world. And also Lad Govind Raju sir and all of you. Thank you so much for inviting me there. I'm very fond of Hyderabad. I don't know, the Hyderabadi people have won my heart. So many times I've come there. I've got so many friends, and we have been there last weekend also, last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the Hyderabadi hospitality was beyond words. I cannot tell you. So you are the pearls of Hyderabad, and I'm so happy to spend an evening with you. Thank you once again. Good luck and God bless.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Once again, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Once again, all of you, once again. There was a nice point being said by one of the listeners. They said that you have missed F.
I said F, friendship.
I think Lavanya, that is what the answer is.
That friendly approach. A friend is one whose story you know. A stranger is one whose stories we don't know. Isn't it?
From the chat box, one more person has said, Madam, you have an amazing voice.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't think anybody else has told me that.
I think every one of them have really enjoyed the way you have said it. What is very important, the style in which you have said, bringing all those 10 alphabets and describing with each alphabet. I think all of you might have noted down. If you have not noted down, this program is recorded and you can watch once again and use all these 10. And what she has done exceedingly very well, that each letter and that word attributes to the success of storytelling. She has not told you one story. She has told you a number of stories telling about all the 10 alphabets, right from A to Z. See, that's the way she has expressed, giving her till the last one. J does not mean to you only for jokes. J stands with A to J. So when you are applying this formula, the art of storytelling comes to you. As she rightly said, there are people who tell the story. But what happens here, when somebody starts telling the story, the audience go away. But somebody telling a story like Dr. Suchitra, they'll ask you to please tell once again another story. You remember, that's how the success of a storyteller will be there. Did you all like the way Dr. Suchitra Suzie has said about the art of storytelling?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Unmute everybody. Unmute.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I love all these Leos here. They're so nice. Such wonderful Leos you have. I wish you all could come to my district.
If any one of you would like to ask a question to her, she will be able to answer you. We have got 2 minutes time. You can definitely raise your hand and ask a question.
I have a question to ask, ma'am.
Please, please.
Suchitra ma'am, like, do you have any one favorite genre or story? Any particular that you very much like? A story.
Which story which?
It's your favorite. Like a story which is your favorite, ma'am.
My favorite story. Well, my favorite story, when I think about it, there are so many stories which I'm very fond of. I think I was very fond of Little Women by Jane Austen. I was very much fascinated by that.
I like that story too, ma'am.
Those are old stories. During my time, they were the classics we read.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your opinion about humorous stories?
About what stories?
Humorous stories.
Humorous stories, of course, we love to hear that, no? I remember one book, Three Men in a Boat. Three Men in a Boat, we had it as a non-detail. And the teacher who took that story for us, we used to laugh and laugh the way she used to tell. Have you read that book, Jerome?
Ma'am, it was Uncle Podger. There was one.
Uncle Podger.
Ma'am, we had it in our school literature, ma'am.
Yeah. Three Men in a Boat, which was a classic book. And even during break, we'll say, Madam, don't go. We want to hear the rest of the story. So humorous stories, and then I also like detective stories.
What is your opinion on friendship, ma'am?
I think friendship is the most precious gift we have in our life. Because when we have good, positive friends, they are the ones who will support us whenever we have any problem, anything. More than family, these friends are the ones who really give us the positivity, the will to go on. I have got a group of very good friends, and we share everything. We don't keep back anything. But
how we can find is that good friends or bad friends?
You see how they affect you. When you're with one of your friends, after that, if you're feeling happy and positive, then that is a good friend. Or instead, if that friend will make you feel very upset, that friend will make you feel bad about something, that is not a good friend, actually.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
I want to ask you all, my dear Leos, particularly to the Leos, do you want us to call her once again?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, don't just call her once, sir. Call her every time we have Patshala.
Very good. You know, in the chat box, I'm reading that all the Leos, some of them have mentioned that you are in our heart.
You all are in my heart also. I've never seen such a vibrant. And by the way, do you all read Enid Blyton books? Before we used to read when we were at school, Secret 7, Famous 5. Do you all read it now? I don't know. Those are the.
I used to read it when I was probably like in first or second year in our library.
In the smaller classes, they used to be when we used to try to imitate them, having meetings and then finding out one mystery and all that.
Ma'am, what is your inspiration to say stories?
What is your inspiration?
Yes, ma'am. What is your inspiration to learn stories, to teach the art of the stories?
Actually, today my inspiration was Mohandas Garu, nobody else. I've never taken a session like this. He told me, then I thought about it because I told him I love stories. So I thought this is a chance for sharing whatever I know about it.
Thank you. Thank you once again, Dr. Suchitra Suzie, for accepting our invitation and being with us. And all our children have really, really loved your way of telling about the story part of it. We have with us our multiple district Leo chairperson, a very veteran architect of our entire programs, and he is the backbone of our Leos. And I now invite Lion Govindraj, our Past District Governor, to give his observation and also his message. I would request sir to kindly mute everybody, and I would like to hear Lion Govindraj to give his observations. Over to you, Lion Govindraj, sir.
Thank you, Lion Mohandas. I am so thrilled. I'm so happy you have invited Dr. Suchitra Suzie. Because, Madam, as he said, till 3 years back, there was no momentum in Leo movement in our multiple. I took 3 years back, or 2.5 years back. I tried my best and brought this to this level. I may share with you, last month, we have started 80 clubs, 80 Leo clubs. Now we have reached 200 Leo clubs with around 4,000 plus Leo membership. And today I'm happy because the attendance also, I don't know whether we are lucky or you are, normally we say Lakshmi enters, no? So Suchitra entered, and the enthusiasm among Leos has increased, the number also increased. It has touched, it has crossed 130 attendees. So happy. So I think now we have, like Mohandas, we have come to know the pulse of the Leos. So this pulse, accordingly, Shilpa, make a note of it. So what type of programs our Leos want it? Dr. Suchitra, we are going, because we should know, as you know very well, we should know the mood. We should assess the requirement of the our members. Then accordingly, we have to arrange programs. So apart from this, Leo Patshala is the brainchild of our line Mohandas. Every month we'll have last day, Hangama, which is exclusively Leo's program only. There, cultural, social, and also learning aspect also. We have another program called Khuli Kidki, Open Window, where, no line will speak, only Leos. There is no agenda, no protocol, nothing. Because our Leos, got bored with these protocols. And sometimes, I cannot avoid, but when I am there as a master of ceremonies or the program I am handling, I will avoid all those things. No, I will not allow lines to speak. Because, very well, today now you see, now still we have got 100. Suppose if any line would have spoken, other than your storytelling, then the attendance would have much, it has gone down much. So thank you very much, like Dr. Suchitra Suzie. Of course, I know her before she could become, since her days of vice governor, as she mentioned, because I am involved in all India schooling for the district governors and vice district governors. My dear Leos, yes, now we have come to know, please do attend this type of, we will have many more such interesting programs. As I mentioned, the Khuli Kidki is your show. You will be asked to speak, not we. And also Hangama, come up with cultural items. Last Saturday, this month we'll have it on 30th of October. And Leo Pratyusha is getting ready for that. And in between, or also one jam session, or debate or jam session, just a minute session, will be organized by Leo Alekia, who is the council secretary. So she'll be organizing. Wait, watch for the date. We'll let you know. Please do join. And I have sent one photo contest. Melvin Jones Week photo contest. I do not know how many of you have seen. All the lines, please share with the Leos. Because the cash prize on my first flyer, I have not mentioned. The prize announced by the Lions Club International is registration for the Montreal Convention and luncheon with MJFs. But I'm going to announce for Leo specially 10,000 cash prize to the winner. 10,000 cash prize. Send as many entries as possible. It is already open. It is open, kept open up to December 31st. You ask your Leo Club advisors, they will tell you the link and all that. You send, cash prize is 10,000 plus other prizes are also being sponsored. When I mentioned at Karimnagar meeting, like Narayan Reddy came forward to sponsor some more prizes. Get ready. It should be, I don't know how many of you have seen, a selfie photograph with a service activity. You have to upload into the system. Then you should also, I'll give you some more details. I do not know, it goes to them. But to know what photographs you have sent, it should be passed on in the Padlet that I will send the link to you in a couple of days. So cash prize 10,000. Another thing, another announcement I would like to make at this juncture. I have seen one girl innovation. I don't know how many of you have seen it, has been circulated in the WhatsApp groups. Innovation with solar energy, ironing clothes with solar energy. Innovation she did, a girl. If such innovation from any of our Leos take it up and it is approved, it is certified, then cash prize is 1 lakh rupees, sponsored by me, 1 lakh rupees. Now get ready, think over what innovation can be done, participate in all these programs. We'll come to know more and more in future days. All the very best. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Lion Govindraj sir. You're always there to give us the motivation. And Leos are really very close to you. And I think you're working 48 hours per day. So the success is that way. Madam, I would like to share with you every day in the morning, there is a broadcast call to the Lions and also to the Leos. Every day there is a message from Lion Govindraj to all the Leo clubs in our multiple. I do not know how many hours he is spending, but I think today the success of the Leoism in our multiple is totally because of Lion Govindraj. I think all of you, please join your hands together when we say thank you very much, Lion Govindraj, because his motivation, his inspiration, and believe me, his follow-up is that the one which has been giving us the results. I do not know how many hours he sleeps, but in the sleep also he gets up for the Leos. And that's the commitment that is his son. I would have requested Lion Kamal Kishore, Vice District Governor, to speak a few words about our today's program because he had some other program to go. He excused himself. We have with us our past multiple district president, last year's one. I request Lion P. Sai Tej Kumar, who is listening all through right from the beginning, to give his observations and his felicitation. Over to you, Lion Sai Tej.
Thanks a lot, Mohandas sir. Very good evening to all my dear lovely Leos and the Lion leaders and Suchitra ma'am for taking your time and coming down for sharing this valuable, session. So even before I talk about storytelling, I will take a step back. Stories I think, are there in our DNA. It is whatever your skill set is, if it is added with stories, it will be amplified. That is one thing. And secondly, we've been fed with lot of stories since our childhood, and you summarizing the art of storytelling in those 10 steps is actually phenomenal. Everybody has some idea of storytelling, or even before we listening to some stories, we start telling stories, but then to make it interesting or to make a point also in opposite person's mind, or to win over something, also stories play a important role. And the points you mentioned really makes sense, and it gives a proper formula type of approach for someone who wants to learn the art of storytelling. And I think Leos should take out time to put that efforts to listen to stories, tell stories, explore stories, and regardless of what the field we are in, I think we will excel. I learned this fact very late after, after my college and also I could not build that habit of, reading books and all. But then I myself I'm a avid movie watcher regardless of the boundary of, language. I go watch Mexican movies, I go watch Korean movies, Chinese movies, even with subtitles, I go ahead and watch. And I got to learn a lot out of them as well. So thanks a lot, ma'am. The points, the session you've taken is very much valuable. And I am personally looking forward for many such sessions. And thanks to the my dear girls, Shilpa, Pratyusha, and Govindraj sir, Mohandas sir, for taking out time for setting up all such interesting activities. Thanks a lot, everyone.
And Dr. Suchitra, this person whom you have heard is a very enterprising individual. He is now working a manager at the Amazon. And he is really a very good, I should say, intelligent and very nice marketing techniques that he has really made. Last year, he was our Leo Council president and really brought laurels to our multiple. Thanks a lot, Saitich. I would now request any Leo district president is there. I would request any Leo district president. Pratyusha, can you look out for them? Anybody?
Okay, sir.
Or Shilpa?
Arun, are you there?
Who's there?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I would request close to Dr. Suchitra. She has two friends. I think one more friend was there, but she had to go. Today, another program is going on for them. I would request Lion Shobhavati to give her the felicitations. Lion Shobhavati, are you there? Okay.
Sharani with her smile, she is there.
Lion Sureka, are you there? Okay. See, with the lady lions, what happens, Dr. Suchitra, you'll also agree, when it is nearing 8 o'clock, kitchen door is knocking.
And Mohandas, Usharani is there.
Oh, I'm coming to that. I'm coming. Dr. Usharani, you are there. Line Dr. Usharani.
Thank you all, lovely lines there. It's really a wonderful blessing, not only for Leos, even for us. This is actually we have as a boost activity, but this really today's storification and the children how they are taking part is a wonderful art of what we say in psychology is a cognitive element, with where they can craft their thoughts. They put it in such a way where, as you said, they can not only learn the vocabulary, but they can structure their own ideas into a beautiful story. So this is really a wonderful opportunity. Again, I'm telling you, all the Leos, please take part, enjoy this, have this beauty, because once you check with our the senior lion leaders who as brainchild of all these things, they have a beautiful stories with them. Just meet them, talk to them, connect with them, have that stories. You pen down your own creativity where you can learn a lot and where you can, guide other people. And this is once again, Suchitra ma'am, you are amazing, simply superb, and as usual, that smile, these blessings really required for everybody. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Usharani. Thank you so much. We have with us our district
male advisor Mohandas Venkatramana.
Yeah, I'm coming. And Venkatramana Garu, you can.
Good evening, everybody. I am Leo Club advisor for Leo Club of Bharati Vidyaniketan School, Bharati Vidyaniketan. Excellent, wonderful presentation given by our Leos today. My compliments and best wishes. Wishing all the best to Leo, dear Leos. God bless you all. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Venkatramana Garu. We have our district chairperson of 320C is there, Line Satya Reddy.
Sir, good evening, Mohandas Garu and Govindraj Garu. Really wonderful, sir. It's a very, very wonderful session for Leos. And thank you very much for giving being very beautiful stories and lecture for the Leos. Is extraordinary. Is very nice. And thank you very much. And thank you. Congratulations for the participants, Leos. And thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lion Satyareddy. Lion Satyanarayana is there, District Chairperson of 320G. Okay. What happens now when we have a very good speaker and after the speaker has completed the presentation, the number comes down. It is a natural one. And if I say that there is another Dr. Suchitra Suzie going to give you another storytelling, I'll have the crowd once again coming up. But I do not want the number to fall down, and I would request Leo Pratyusha, who is the Leo Council Vice President, to propose the vote of thanks, because we would like to see that Dr. Suchitra Suzie carries sweet memories of our multiple 320. Over to you, Leo Pratyusha, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks. My heart goes out to thank our respected delegates, Leos, and all the line members for accepting our invitation and joining in the virtual program. Firstly, I would like to thank Brand Ambassador of Goodwill, Leo Multiple Chairperson, Line Govindaraj sir. Thank you so much for leading and encouraging to all the Leos. I would like to thank a district chairperson, Line Mohandas sir. We are blessed to have such a mentor like you under your leadership and manage to learn something new every week. I would like to thank our presiding officer, Leo Shilpa Matam, and immediate past president, Saitij Kumar, for your presence on this evening. I would like to thank Leo Venugopal for rendering the Leo pledge. I wholeheartedly thank Leo Tejal Singh for introducing our chief guest. I would like to thank all the rock stars of Leos, Leo Tanishita, Leo Lanka Anish, Leo Yeshwant Teja, Leo Akhilesh. Thank you so much for making this program with your impressive stories on this evening. I wish to express my gratitude to today's speaker, past District Governor Lion Suchitra Suzie Garu, for your excellent session on art of storytelling. Your words has been enlightened to all the Leos. Thank you so much, ma'am. And also, I would like to thank all the district chairpersons, past district governors, club advisors, Leos and Lions, each and every member. Thank you so much for your constant support for joining this program and making this evening happy and successful. Once again, thank you, one and all. Over to Mohandas, sir.
Thank you very much, Pratyusha. You have really kept up your word. Dr. Suchitra, this person, Leo Pratyusha, she had a fracture of her right hand.
Oh, really?
She was not able to, if it was a physical program, she would have not come. But this being a virtual program, I requested her not to take any strain, but can you sit and then convey? She said yes. I think for her commitment, I think we must congratulate Pratyusha for an excellent one. Thank you. And then second thing, Dr. Suchitra Suzie, you would have noticed in the vote of thanks, we covered the entire program, because each and every person who participated should be conveyed with that thanks.
Yes.
And that is what Pratyusha has done. And we do that in every of our programs.
Excellent.
I think we had a very nice evening. Truly, you made this